Trailblazing for 150 years.
150 years of excellence.
150 years of tradition.
CSU's first graduating class.
Leonidas Loomis, the embodiment of our agriculture tradition.
George Glover, the founder of our vet school.
Libby Coy, the first woman to graduate from any Colorado institution of higher education.
Tradition always makes me smile because it always makes me think back.
Excellence to me is the people that have come before me that show me what that word means to me and always give me something to strive for.
Somebody who's setting a new path, who's opening the door a little more, who's moving the needle even further so that there are opportunities for those behind them.
Our original 3 graduates.
Exemplifying our land grant mission.
You sort of grow up in excellence, so you can learn where that bar is set. When you're a veterinary student, there's high expectations for you, and that's, I think, because the veterinarians that are training you have this mission of excellence for themselves. You see all these people that are training you being that. They're asking you to be the best that you can be. They cultivate it because everyone is trying to live up to that standard. CSU is known for being on the cutting edge of things, and so I think that teaches you to always be forward-looking, always be questioning, is there a better way? And they instill that in you. Littleton Equine Medical Center is an institution in the Denver area. We take what is done in university setting and learn there from a scientific perspective and apply it to everyday practice. My mentor here, Dr. Terry Swanson, and he's really trained me from the time I was a young pup here. And he is excellence to me. I'm also a CSU graduate. When someone says, oh, where did you go to school? Well, I went to CSU. That's a feather in my cap. But even more than the reputation, it's the quality of education. I knew that my education was going to be great, and I knew I was going to come out being a prepared veterinarian to do the best I could in my career. I'm really proud to be a CSU graduate for not only my first 4 years, but my 4 years of veterinary school, because to me that means something. I want to live up to that standard.
Tradition is one of those things that we have to embrace that. We also have to look at the future. My family has been involved at Colorado State for a long, long time. There's been over 70 of us that have attended CSU. The agriculture tradition at CSU, if you go back and you really think about it, is pretty broad. As we've gone through each stage, there's been a different set of challenges. And CSU as an institution has been there to serve each and every one of those generations as we move forward. I'm very, very, very proud to be part of CSU. Very, very proud to have had the opportunity to spend 40 years of my career at Cadillacs. When I was a senior in college, I got a call from Cadillacs, and they asked me to come down and interview, and I decided this is where I needed to be. So now 40 years later, I've never regretted that decision. Our mission is to provide people with the most complete, accurate, timely market information, research, and analysis in order that they can make the best decisions possible. We can help keep them on the land. Agriculture is a pretty complex area, and you have to have experience out of all these different disciplines. Can we keep these businesses sustainable not only for our families, but for an industry for generations to come?
Trailblazers are people who see a goal, who see something far in the distance that hasn't been reached yet, and who are able and willing to say, I have the courage to go do that. I was reading a quote that said, what a great time to be a woman. It's even a better time to be a woman in Colorado. Little did Libby Coy know that she was going to spark a huge tradition of what it meant to be a woman graduating from Colorado State. And little did I know, probably in 2004, that I was going to end up in that conversation. I didn't really look around and say, I'm going to be the first female to call play-by-play in Major League Baseball in 25 years. That was never on my radar. It felt like a natural progression in my career because of the people in my life and at my workplace who said, we're going to do this and you're going to do this and it's going to be great. It's going to be different. It's going to sound different out of the gate because I'm not a male calling the game, but it's going to be my experience. And I hope that's what people can relate to. I didn't realize what a big impact it would be until people started talking about the historical context of it. If I can represent women in the booth along with some of the other great women that are out there calling the NBA and calling the NFL, then I hope that next generation of girls can dream an even bigger dream. If I open the door a little bit more, I feel great about it. I don't know that it's being a trailblazer, but I am so honored to be in that conversation of so many women that I admire. Call it just having a passion to do what I want to do, but I'm really proud that that education base came from Colorado State.
CSU is known for being an accessible school, but also excellent at the same time. That teaches you to always be forward-looking.
Tradition is great, but we have to be adaptable. I think CSU will be able to deliver what our graduates need, regardless of the school and background they come from.
Once I started school, I realized the world is so much bigger and brighter, and there were so many more opportunities than just saying one little thing I wanted to do. There's so many things I want to do.